Hello and welcome to my model railroad. Let's try this video again. The first time I thought I had it almost done and my phone crashed here on me. But so as you can see, I've expanded my layout ever since I was able to get these turnouts to work. I have a basically a second running loop inside the outer loop, insulated with these plastic rail joiners both here and there on the back turnout. So now I have two separate controllers. And have reached a major milestone of being able to run two trains at once, which was one of my major goals when I started out this whole design process and building tables and building equipment and about 6 months ago. I still haven't built my rail yard. I have another small straight section, another turnout, so I can make some different storage locations for different cars and maybe an engine. I want to put one of the uncoupler magnets right underneath that turnout there, or I'm sorry, the straight after that turnout there. I know I'll have to use the EasyMate Mark II couplers in order to get that to work, so I may have to buy some more of those. But anyway, so let's just savor the moment, and I can show you what I've been able to accomplish so far, and that's two continuously running trains. I know these trains are pretty small. I have run some longer ones, but just for the sake of ease, just show you what they can do. Like I said, this is a major milestone thus far. Hopefully there'll be many more to come as well. I've been practicing a little bit, but still having some trouble switching them. Just because I don't have any sidings with which to stop a train. I'm also doing it one-handed. So switch the inner two turnouts, switch the outer two turnouts, bring the one engine up, fire them both off. And voila, we've switched both the trains. Now I know in real life you would never do this, run two trains on the same track that close together, but for right now, for the size that I have available to me, it's not a bad way to do it. And yeah, the trains still function as intended. I did run into a little bit of problems installing this layout. I'll mention it just in case anybody else runs into something similar. Since I'm still running DC instead of DCC, I added some plastic rail joiners in between the turnouts. Actually, I had to buy them Atlas brand, as you can see them there and there. This actually happened on my original back turnout, my right-hand turnout, but I can show you here on this left one. Basically, when I was trying to pull off the rail joiner that was the equivalent of this rail on the other turnout, this whole rail wanted to just slide forward. And what happens is there's a little connector that joins this rail and this rail underneath the turnout, and then joins these two rails to basically complete the circuit. It's just either it's either brazed or just soldered. I don't think it's a tack weld or anything, but basically that connection was broken, and there's a little bit of spring to it to try to keep the connector pressed up against the rail here, but it wasn't enough to complete the circuit. So all I did was just cut up a very small piece of a finishing nail, slide that down underneath this rail, slid the rail quickly over top of it, because without that circuit between the plastic frog here and the plastic connector, this whole rail was dead. So basically the engine would just come up and then just stop, regardless of which controller I used, because there was no completed circuit. But other than that, that's the only other problem I've had with the turnouts so far. I have not spent any time modifying this inner turnout or that inner turnout as well. Haven't done anything with that one either. It's not even wired up at the moment. Also would derail a train. But anyway, so far this is a major milestone. I have some fake grass, basically just gritty green construction paper to put under it for the layout and all the track. I'll probably hold off for now. I'm going to be moving in a little bit, and I don't want to have to tear all that stuff up. But other than that, I do plan on getting some more rolling stock, maybe starting with a theme. I'd really like to go Western, but I've found that most of the scenery, the plastic houses and things of that nature, seem to be from about the 1950s. So I might have to either try to build my own, which I'm not much of an artist, or change the style that I want to go with. Obviously something that my poor cows can still fit into. So anyway, major milestone for me. Otherwise, you know, I know it doesn't look like much, but, you know, this is about 6 months in the making. A lot of internet research, you know, building tables, buying different types of track, basically knowing nothing about model railroading in the last 20 years to getting to this point. And I know it's been a long journey, and, you know, hopefully, you know, it'll keep expanding, and that, you know, everybody else out there is having similarly good luck with their model railroads. And, you know, I hope everybody's actually looks a lot better than this, but, you know, baby steps. In the future, besides building the little rail yard, which I'll probably do another video for, you know, just starting on some scenery, and then, you know, further down the line, maybe a year or two, we'll talk DCC instead of just DC current. But anyway, thank you for watching, and hope you enjoyed.